we go. Right, an author is often a director has a unique or personal style that they put into like each of their films. They use their style throughout, and the audience should be able to notice like it's their movie straight away from certain things. Our author is Peter Jackson. Can prove he's an author through his cinematic style. He uses a lot of shot and angle variation, and in like different scenes, and he uses that. His purpose for that is like to make his post production a lot easier. This has been proved in Lord of the Rings battle scenes and in Heavenly Creatures. These are screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the first one is Bad Taste. And it's in this scene. This scene uses it's like it's comedy to show, like shown through the when you shot the sheep blow up. Then it's shown as like in a comedic way, and especially on the diegetic sound, just as the sheep's getting blown up, you say the bar and then it suddenly boom. And also this makes the audience feel, well, they could feel sorry for the sheep, and but also it's like it's showing, it could be like a serious scene, like because they're shooting at each other, and like a fighting scene, and it makes them feel like not happy, but like not as anxious and scared for the characters and stuff, and also the audience could sort of feel sorry for the alien thing, because the costume of its like ripped suit, the ripped clothes he's wearing, and also the costume of the man wearing the all black, it might give the audience the impression that the alien's like being hunted. And this can relates to the non-diegetic soundtrack in the scene, because it's quite upbeat and it's got a fast tempo, and it makes the scene more exciting and makes the audience want to watch it more, like stay in to watch it, see what happens next.
Party's over.
And in this bit, like the facial expression of him, it makes in the start of the scene, like his facial expression, it makes it seem like he's enjoying what he's doing a little bit too much, and it makes the audience question like his sanity, really, like if he could be a bit of a nutter, really. And also it's quite a gruesome scene, but it's shown like again like a slapstick comedy way, and to make not like, instead of the audience like looking away in disgust and to the gruesome and the goriness of it, it makes them want to watch it more, because it's shown quite a light-hearted way, because like the head sliding around the floor. I mean, he's cutting them up and all the props of the body parts are flying around, but it's shown to be quite funny, because instead of, you'd laugh more than look away. And then also in this scene where she puts her head in the blender, it's still moved around and still looking about. And you just take it back to the start again and put the sound on. Also, this way,
Turn it down a little bit, because I can't hear you.
Orchestral, and it's
On that middle one, if you just turn it down a little bit, I just can't hear you as you talk over it, because the speakers are above your head. Yeah.
It's like a slow pacing, it sort of builds up to like tension in the scene. And this makes the audience feel tense and scared. And also, the music changes to more of a. It changes to a more upbeat, what's the word, yeah, it's more upbeat anyway. It's sort of, it changes the audience's feelings because it's quite a joy, like a happy song.
Yeah.
This one of Lord of the Rings. There's like a wide shot of the beginning of the battle, and it makes the audience prepared for like the battle that's going to happen. It uses a high angle with fast tracking, like going upwards, and it's very fluid to show like the good side at the highest point, and it makes the audience feel positive about the fight, like it's going to go well, and it helps them to root for him as like they force down on the enemy. The fluidity makes the audience feel relieved about it, and that it'll turn out well for the good side. The low-key lighting is used to show like the cruel nature of the fighting and battle, and that death will happen. And this scene proves the point of Peter Jackson's cinematic style with like the huge shot variation and angles. There is non-diegetic music, and which has a low to high pitch, and volume rises quickly as the battle comes closer. This makes the audience tense but prepared. There's a lot of vocals used, which makes the audience feel like quite glorious in a sense about the fight, and that they're like going to victory alongside them. There's also diegetic sound of dialogue for the king, which proves the glorious point and makes the audience like honourable and like they're serving the purpose with them. And there's diegetic Foley sounds of like the horses and sword fighting to make the battle more realistic. In this shot, it starts off with a close-up of a girl with slow, fluid tracking motion, like coming away from her, as if like the audience is being the gorilla and like coming away from her, and they're losing her along with him. And there's like a wide aerial shot of the Empire State Building, like rotating round, and it shows like depth of field of Kong going in the background and the planes, like the planes have overpowered him. The like spinning makes the audience feel like kind of sick, so like they're sorry and they feel bad that he's dead. And there's non-diegetic music of like it's like slow and low pitch with like vocals, like the slow pace like goes with the camera shots and the camera movement, makes the audience feel sad and wrong again about the death. It's like they're at like a funeral or ceremony music. There's also diegetic sound of the dialogue where the woman like gasps and it like echoes and fades into the music, and Kong sliding off the building. This makes the audience feel the same way as a woman, as they didn't want him to die. Oh.
Listen to me, you guys have got to lure him out into the open. Moving, sir. Well, circle around and fight!
Like, comparing it to Godzilla, like Kong's Death, I think Peter Jackson's was a lot better because there's a lot more shot variation and angles, so it made like the death of him a lot more exciting, and like it was a lot harder to kill Kong, and he was more powering and dominant. Whereas Godzilla is just like the same angle, so it seems like it was just easy to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In conclusion to this, I think Peter Jackson makes a good auteur because of his slapstick horror comedies. He tries to put that into all of his films, like in Lord of the Rings, where the relationship between Pippin and Merry, like they've got quite a funny relationship between each other.
Yeah.
But it's quite a serious film because it's like a war film. And also, in bad taste in the props in the film, he made near enough all of the props in the film, like the alien and some of the weapons. And I think this really shows his special interests in film he makes, which I think makes him a good auteur because he tries to put he tries to do things himself and put more of an effort, trying to make more of an effort with his films. Also, I think he makes a good actor because of the different, in most of the films, early and new, he tries to film many different angles and scenes, like as we see in Lord of the Rings. And I think this gives the audience a chance to see everything what's going on, and it gives him a chance to, it makes it easy for him to do that, because he filmed loads of different shot variations, and this is why I think it's a good time.
Cool. Yeah, thank you very much. Have you